Luke 7:18 through 35. Is this what you were expecting? John's disciples reported back to him the news of all these events taking place. He sent 2 of them to the Master to ask the question, "Are you the one we've been expecting, or are we still waiting?" The men showed up before Jesus and said, "John the Baptizer sent us to ask you, are you the one we've been expecting, or are we still waiting?" In the next 2 or 3 hours, Jesus healed many from diseases, distress, and evil spirits. To many of the blind, he gave the gift of sight. Then he gave his answer. Go back and tell John what you have just seen and heard. The blind see, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the wretched of the earth have God's salvation hospitality extended to them. Is this what you were expecting? Then count yourselves fortunate. After John's messengers left to make their report, Jesus said more about John to the crowd of people. What did you expect when you went out to see him in the wild? A weekend camper? Hardly. What then? A sheik in silk pajamas? Not in the wilderness. Not by a long shot. What then? A messenger from God? That's right. A messenger. Probably the greatest messenger you'll ever hear. He is the messenger Malachi announced when he wrote, I'm sending my messenger on ahead to make the road smooth for you. Let me lay it out for you as plainly as I can. No one in history surpasses John the Baptizer. But in the kingdom he prepared you for, the lowliest person is ahead of him. The ordinary and disreputable people who heard John, by being baptized by him into the kingdom, are the clearest evidence. The Pharisees and religious officials would have nothing to do with such a baptism, wouldn't think of giving up their place in line to their inferiors. How can I account for the people of this generation? They're like spoiled children, complaining to their parents. We wanted to skip rope, and you were always too tired. We wanted to talk, but you were always too busy. John the Baptizer came fasting, and you called him crazy. The Son of Man came feasting, and you called him a lush. Opinion polls don't count for much, do they? The proof of the pudding is in the eating.